changing pace regarding your diversity policy. If our goal is to empower students to make meaningful impacts in the world, and make a meaningful impact in the world, then we need to protect all students. And we do that through a robust diversity policy. We do it through protecting all races, all religions, and all identities, to include but not limited to gay, lesbian, transgendered, bisexual, intersex, protecting everyone. And when we do that, protecting all students and all staff, we create an environment where people are safe. The world is diverse, but if we create a safe educational environment that is also diverse, students will be able to learn how to operate in that diverse environment. And more importantly, more exciting than anything else, when you have a diverse environment where people can learn how to operate, then they come up with better solutions. They come up with creative ideas on how to resolve problems. They create art. They create science. Which is a meaningful impact. Helping all students create a meaningful impact in the world, if that's our goal, then a robust diversity policy is necessary. One that protects all races, all religions, and all identities, including but not limited to gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, queer, intersex, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Adrian Sims to be followed by Felicia Thorpe.
Hi, thank you. On expanding the anti-discrimination policy to include LGBTQ, I think it's important to keep the original language of the policy and add LGBTQ to Loudoun's policy to promote inclusivity and diversity. I think taking the specific classes of people language out and saying we will comply with federal guidelines, etc., would be interpreted as in Loudoun as these people don't matter all that much, and we don't recognize and validate that these people encounter serious barriers to inclusion and equality based on these statuses. Not adding LGBTQ is not welcoming to this community. Furthermore, I think it's way past time to make implicit bias training mandatory for all staff, teachers, and board members. And the LCPS should not be so hasty to make decisions that do not affect them directly, but seek guidance from the communities that will be affected by those decisions. Thank you.
Thank you. Felicia Thorpe to be followed by Chris Consall.
Felicia was not able to make it.
Okay, thank you. Chris Consall to be followed by Susan M. Hayden.
Good evening. I'm here to offer my resounding support to expand your list of protected classes in your non-discrimination policy. I know that some on the board would rather dispense with labels altogether, and you know what? I would too. I also know that is not the world in which we live. I did not label myself as gay when I was 12, but the young woman who punched me in the head most certainly did. If we want to talk about eliminating protecting classes instead of adding to that list, let's talk about that. Why is any label on the list? Because people are discriminated against. They are bullied because of those labels. And each of those groups have for too long cried out, I am human too. You all know that hate crimes are on the rise, more than 1,000 being reported since, November 8th or so. The list of federally protected classes did not protect those folks from the crime, but it gives them recourse. I urge the members of the Loudoun County Public School Board to be in the lead on this issue, to extend the protection to the LGBTQ community.
Thank you. Susan Hayden to be followed by Brian Davison.
Hi, my name is Susan Hayden. My husband and I bought our house in Sterling in 1999. We are your neighbors. Our children grew up in Loudoun County Public Schools. Our daughter is transgender. She came out the summer before her senior year of high school. It was tough. Strangers rolled their eyes in disgust as we're walking the dog. Kids in class avoided her. Some yelled insult slurs at her in school, faggot and homo, sometimes from their cars as she's walking home. Some shoved her up against the lockers and told her to go kill herself. The discrimination is real. In school, it is real. She was not harassed like this before she came out. The current wording of the county's policy did not protect her. Some say the LGBTQ members of our community are not a federally protected class. I say we know. Their mothers like me worry for their safety every day. Some say we shouldn't have to label everyone, but I say right now, our LGBTQ loved ones are the targets of vicious, hateful words and actions. We can do better. We need to specifically protect them with our words.
Thank you. Brian Davison to be followed by Anne Marie York.